You're watching the Boost Cut podcast on Low Boost Films.
All right, welcome to Boost Cut Podcast, Episode 2. This is the first time I'm having a guest on my show, so I wanted to have my all-time hero on the show, and that would be my father, Ken Torrigiani Sr. Now, he's a little nervous to be on camera. If you've ever watched the channel, he's usually not on camera, so I've been able to coax him out of his camera cave today, and we're going to talk a little bit about his favorite cars, and I think that was a good way to get him to actually talk.
I remember going to school. I used to ride to school every day with two friends of mine. One was Jay Ennisser. He had a 70 Nova black, and I used to remember riding to school every day with him going in that car. I kind of liked the Novas, but I used to ride home from football practice with my friend Dave Harrington. And Dave had his second owner of a 1970 Dodge Charger RT 440 striped elite car.
What color was it?
It was burnt orange, white top and burnt orange interior with an automatic on the floor, slapstick.
Oh.
So I used to ride with him, and I used to, come on, Dave. Get on, Dave. Come on, Dave. And he would never punch that car, ever. He was afraid of the car, I think. And all he used to, I remember his hat on backwards, driving to school like this. Dave, get on. Nope. Come on, Dave, get on. Nope. And just keep driving. And I was 17 or 18 years old, and that car, he had kept the car for years, and he had it in his driveway, and he bought a Trans Am, brand new. So I seen the Trans Am, and I go right over to his house. What are you going to do with the Charger, Dave? I'm keeping it. I said, come on, Dave, sell me the car. Sell me the car.
Let me get this straight. If you're 17 years old, that puts it at 1977.
Yes.
He bought a brand new
77
Trans Am and wanted to get rid of his 1970 Charger?
Yep.
Oh,
so
God.
I haunted him. He goes, all right, I'll sell you the car. I bought that car for $1,500. So all the time he never got on the car, never wanted to get on it. I bought it, and as I pull away, I do a smoking hole shot in front of his house. See ya! And that car was so fast.
You had a 70 Charger 440 RT. That's what it was.
Yep.
That's your favorite car you've ever owned?
That is my dream car to ever have again.
How long did you have that for?
I had it for 2 years. And it was a tragic story, actually.
You're going to have to tell them the story.
I had the car, and I remember driving it around, and back then everybody used to have these hot rods and stuff. So I never really raced it, never took it to a racetrack. It was just too nice of a car to really beat it up. I did that to Dave because I know I broke his heart when I left. But I had. One day I was at the gas station where I worked with my friend Richie and Tony, and we were playing around, and Richie's always picking on me and stuff, so I used to do Taekwondo, and I wound up kicking him in his head. And he got all mad. So he's chasing me around the parking lot. I get in my car, and he throws a rock, hits the sign, the rock falls down, hits Tony's car instead of mine. And, Tony, how crazy he forget about his car. And I just fly out of the gas station with the Charger. So I'm down Route 9. It was dark, so my hideaway headlights wouldn't open. So I'm like, I better pull over. I don't want to crash the car. So I pull off the side of the road, and I didn't see anything, but they just cleared the side of the road and they ripped out trees, and I hit some tree stumps, ripped the front end out of the car. So I was sitting there, I was heartbroken. So tow truck came. I said, can you bring it to the nearest body shop? Because I didn't know any real body shops. They brought it to Tara Motors, and they fixed the car for me over the winter. I get it back that spring. I bring the car down to Intercity Tire, where a friend of mine, Joe Marcelli, was working, and he put a B&M shift kit in it for me. Tuned it up, got it all right. I think it was only 2 weeks later that I was driving the car. I parked it in front of a bar down in the village of Wappingers called Magoo's. And everybody's looking at the car. It was a beautiful car. So I get in the car to pull out, and then my friend Mark comes driving down the street, and he was playing chicken, but I wasn't, and he hits me head on, pushes the grill right into the fan. So I just looked at him, and I go, I'm going to kill you, and he just took off.
Oh, God.
So I finally get the car back to my house, my apartment, and parked it in the backyard. And, I just didn't have the money to fix it, I think I kept it for like 6 months. I had the seats. I took the seats out and I covered them with plastic because the interior was perfect on the car. So, time went by and I wound up selling the car. You know how much I sold that car for?
How much?
I can't even say it. I can't say it.
What'd you
People would kill me if I tell you how much I sold that
You
car.
gotta tell them
And
how much-
all I needed was a nose, really, body work. I
What'd you
just
sell it
didn't
for?
have the money. $400.
What?
I cry every night still.
What's that worth now?
Probably because it was a striped Elite, numbers matching, 440 car, about 150,000. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to make a clone of it because I probably couldn't afford to buy a real one again.
No, I remember we were looking at a one that was just rotted all the way through, and I think the guy wanted like
40.
10,000
$40,000 for a
just-
rust bucket.
Yeah, for a completely shot. You're paying for a VIN number at that point.
Yeah.
Uh,
But, time goes by. One day maybe.
well, I mean, you got other projects you're working on now. There's an
Yep.
LS1 T56 that is out of the shot right now that I know we've been trying to find the right donor car to put that in. But
We had a 70 RSSS Camaro. We would think about putting that in it, and I just didn't. I can't do the work anymore physically. I can't do anything.
And I
that
don't know what
takes.
the hell I'm doing when it comes to body work. Better to find something that's in better shape that doesn't need a full restoration than you
Yeah,
can drop that in.
I'm looking for a donor car for that system. So
But your pickup truck,
my pickup truck it's a 1953 F100. I bought it on a whim. The guy I just seen it on Craigslist and I called on it, and it was cheap enough to buy, and I got it home and we started having the body work done and had a guy come in and sand it down, and you and my nephew Alan did a lot of the framework and the brakes, and it was a 6-cylinder with 3 on the tree. So we're getting to the point where we could paint it. I was just thinking about just painting it and bringing it here and having a farm truck, nice little farm truck. So I was talking to a few body shops, and we wound up with your wife's cousin Lou Gabriel from LAL Customs.
Hey, LAL Customs in Nassau, New York he's doing the full paint job and restoration on the body.
So I brought it out there. I just wanted a basic paint job to start with, and next thing you know, I got a front end from Crown Vic put in it, and he redid the whole frame. He started with the body, and now it's turning into a car that'll probably never see the day of light.
You're never going to drive this thing.
Yeah,
It's going to be too nice to
We
drive.
put a 351 punched out motor in it, and
It's going to be too nice to drive. That's kind of why I like the Mustang, because it's not. I don't know if you can see from the video. It looks good in the video, but it ain't.
it's a
pretty.
blocker. It looks good from a block away.
It's a 3-pointer. Don't get in the paint. It's a 3-point car. It looks good.
10-footer. They got
Yeah.
all kinds of names for
But
this.
it's
But
the thrift horse.
it's
coming
got
along.
a lot of metal work done to it, the floors and everything, and we still have to have some welding done, and you're going to be able to do that, and fixing the frame. And for what it looks like, we decided to go get when I bought the C4 transmission for my truck, they had an engine that came with it, and we brought the 351 here, and maybe we could build this up, and we find out it needed everything. So
But it looks good. The engine looks great now, but it is a completely refreshed engine. And we were just trying to find a 351 just to dump in it just for fun, and now it's going to be a nice motor. So there's a full build series on the Thrift Horse Mustang on the YouTube channel. I try to put a video out every few weeks on it. Like I said, it originally is a 6-cylinder car, doing a 351 Windsor swap with an AOD transmission, and doing a bunch of other stuff in the car too. So if you're into that kind of stuff, consider subscribing.
This wraps up episode 2 of my interview with my dad. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button to stay up to date on part 3 of the interview. Thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.